Which is the best website on the internet for learning English for free? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different websites, all at different levels. They're going to include listening material, games, loads of vocabulary and grammar activities. I've also put a menu system in the description, so if you want to jump to one of the particular videos, you can do that. Really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it, and please in the comments tell me which of the websites do you like the best and why. Let's get started. So this first website is called Listen a Minute. It's got loads of listening material. You can also listen and read at the same time, which is really useful. And there's also some great grammar activities. If you scroll through though, you'll see there are masses and masses of activities. I'm just going to click on one. They're all the same, which is great. It's very easy to use this website. If we click on calories, the best thing to do actually is to click on the PDF file, because actually what you get then is a quick breakdown of the whole lesson, including the reading and then some activities that you can do afterwards. So you can print this out as a student and then use it on your own, or you can use it in a classroom because a teacher could easily use this material. So it could be useful for both a teacher and a student. But if we click back, we've also got the listening here. I'm just going to click and play this for a few seconds.
listenaminute.com. Calories. Do you ever think about or worry about the number of calories you eat and drink every day?
Now notice that that's exactly the same obviously as the text, so you can listen and read at the same time. If you click here as well, it's also possible to download the audio. You could, for example, save that in your Google Drive, and then you could of course listen on your mobile phone when you're perhaps walking along or you're on the bus or on the train. The other lovely thing is that you've got 2 online games. So the first one is that after you've listened, you have to kind of rebuild the whole text. So if I can remember, do you ever think or worry about the number of calories you eat and drink? And so it's telling me, look, I get 100%. Now, if I make a mistake, then it tells me with a cross, and then I get another chance. And then, of course, your percentage goes down. So that's one of the games. And if we click here on quiz 2, this game is slightly different. You've got the listening material here, so you can listen, but the idea is to rebuild the text by thinking of all the words that you've heard. So for example, if I write calories, I definitely remember that that's in the text, and I remember that's in the text. Ever, and then you, and then I'm going to put diet, and if the word is not in the text, then it will appear here. So far I've got 10 out of 146. So this is a great website and sort of intermediate to slightly below intermediate level. And what I particularly like is that there are so many different listening activities to do, and they're all for free. So this next website has got masses of listening material on it, plus exercises. And one thing I particularly like about this website is that it has a big variety, a wide variety of different accents. And it's really important when we're learning English that we get used to listening to a whole range of people speaking English, not just native speakers. I thought I'd start by showing you an example of some material, and then afterwards we can quickly look at how you can navigate. So on this example here, we've got a listening. We can play the listening. We've got the script, so we can listen, and let's just quickly click on the listening, and we can read at the same time.
Okay, so Anthony, I thought we would talk about Bitcoin. Okay, so you are kind of the expert about Bitcoin.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert. Just maybe a hobbyist.
So how long have you?
Okay, so you've got that. Then afterwards, so you've got the which is really useful there to have the whole of the listening, so you can listen and read at the same time. Then you've got some vocabulary exercises here that you can do as well. Okay, and then that's followed by a quiz to check your understanding. So really useful. And the vocabulary also includes some listening material here. So if we click here.
Kicking myself.
Okay, so we hear the key word and then we get a sentence, an example. So it's kind of highlighting the key vocabulary from the listening. Really good. Now, not only have you got audio lessons, you've also got video lessons. If we quickly jump over here and just quickly come into one so you can get an idea, we get here a video lesson. And this time you can actually see someone on the screen. And again, we've got the transcript. This one doesn't do vocabulary. I think the vocabulary is a new idea. But again, we get the transcript, which we can either turn on or off. And we can also do the quiz after to check our understanding. So masses of material. Now, what I want to quickly do is just show you how to search for all this brilliant material. So there's a couple of really easy ways to search. If you just click on ELLO, you'll come back to the home page. The first thing I would suggest, if you want to look by level, is to click on levels and then decide what your level is. So let's, for example, go to level 2. And of course, you've got all the Sephora levels here. So let's just click on sort of mid-beginner level. And then what we get is a whole series of recommendations. Let's just go to one of them. We've got a present simple one here. Always a good topic. Morning routines that we've got to listen to, and in this particular case what we've got here is a script and we've got the audio. If we click here,
John, tell me about your day.
okay, so notice that sometimes the format's a little bit different, and I think that's because obviously this has been built up over a period of time. Sometimes they're using video, sometimes they're using audio, sometimes they're using different places where they save the content. For example, this one was saved on SoundCloud. But what is brilliant is that you've got masses of material. It even shows you where the accent comes from. So in this case, it's from English speakers. And you can, as I said before, apart from the levels, you can just access video content. And notice again that you get a little indication of who is speaking, what country they're from. So this great opportunity to hear a range of accents, including non-natives. It's not always the case that the videos or the audio is with native speakers. Brilliant website in terms of getting access to lots of material, and you can work on your own, and it's all free. Just a super quick break from the video. If you like what you see, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Masses of free material, and there's a special section on language learning. And if you want to follow my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. You'll get the free videos, you'll get the free webinars, you'll get information about my online courses and my blogs. And at the moment, there's a free 12-part series about how to use technology in teaching online. Right, let's get back to the video. This final website has got masses of material, but I particularly like the content at the higher levels, and I even use it myself sometimes for learning bits about history. So we've seen 3 websites now, and I'd love to know in the comments below which of these websites you like the best and why. So let's have a look at this final website. The content is broken down into levels, which makes it really easy. So you've got beginning, intermediate, advanced. Let's have a quick look at intermediate. So we click here, then we get different sections of content, news reports, articles, etc., all based around news articles in English. So you need to kind of look at your level and decide what you want to look at. And just to give you a quick taste, let's just have a quick look at a couple of things. So we'll click on this one here about toxic chemicals, and if we look in this particular one, what we've got is a listening with the text written out with focus on keywords. So let's just play it for a few seconds.
From VOA Learning English, this is the Health and Lifestyle Report. More than half.
Absolutely excellent that you can listen. Obviously, you're going to get an American accent and read at the same time. You've got the key words there all being focused on. This is quite a long level, this one. And then there's a little summary afterwards of some of the vocabulary that is being focused on in that particular article. So that's just one example. If we click back again on intermediate level, you've got lots of things. That's health and lifestyle. You've also got a section called science and technology. You really need to look through this material. A section that I really like, and I said I have honestly used quite a bit actually, is some of this stuff on American history. So for example, the House of Representatives, what it is, etc. This one on how how America expanded over to the west, and also about the purchase of the territories in Louisiana. And if we come down again, we get a reading activity here that we can follow, and in sometimes it's reading, sometimes it's listening material, so it's really interesting to have a look at all this stuff. This one, for example, you can click here and play the audio, and if we just scroll down so you can actually, let me just click on that
The
again.
U.S. expands west. In 1801, the United States under the Constitution was very young, only about 12 years old. And compared to its size today, the country was very small. The land was not crowded. Most
You've also got a little quiz that you can do after. So you do need to spend a little bit of time on this website because there is actually a lot of material. The quiz is at the bottom of the screen and you can answer the questions. Lots of material here. As I said, it is a really interesting site in terms of it's very well organized and it has a nice variety of content. There's also a video section. I really recommend that you take a look at Voice of America. Love to know which of those 3 websites you like the best and why. Please come over to my website, teachertrainingvideos.com, if you want free material. And on the screen now, there's some more videos that you can click on all about language learning. And thank you very much.